Okay, so this video is about the 8N. I made a video about how I didn't like it, how I thought it was dangerous when it had a brush hog on it, and I got a ton of shit on eBay, or not eBay, a ton of shit on YouTube because of it. Um, because I said it wasn't a good tractor for brush hogging, and if you weren't going to get one, or if you were going to get one for brush hogging, I wouldn't get this one. And I still stick with that because it's, for what I use it for, it's dangerous because there's a trail down over this hill, and we use the brush hog to keep that trail clear. And when I first used it, it's down in there. When I first used it, it was grown up pretty high. So I didn't know that when you push in the clutch, it doesn't disengage. It does not disengage this right away. So the brush hog pushes the 8N. Super dangerous. I didn't know that. And I even put the title of the video is my first time brush hogging with an 8N. And people still gave me all kinds of crap. Still stick to it. This is not the best tractor in the world. Maybe if you have a big flat field, great. But anyways, we bought this, what's that called, old man?
It's
Overrun clutch. And I'll show it to you here in a second. We went to, or my dad went to Rural King and bought a Overrun clutch, and you could see the hole for it is right there. The problem with the Overrun clutch that he bought was the hole. So this is in a valley, what I would call a valley, in the low spot on the PTO shaft. The problem was on the Overrun clutch, it was on a low spot also. So it lined up, the hole on it that you have to drive a pin through lined up with this ridge, not the low spot, the valley here. So there was no way it could go on there unless I drilled a new hole in the PTO shaft, because it lined up with the hole on it lined up with this, and this hole was one off the whole time. And if I go to Rural King, I'll take a picture and put it in with this video. But apparently they're not all that way, because I posted something on the 8N Facebook page, and everybody's like, no, you're wrong. That should slide right in there and you could put the pin in, but it definitely lined up incorrect. So we got this, and I'll show you here in a minute. I'll get out of here. It's a quick disconnect. All right, so this is it. This is the quick disconnect PTO override clutch, and it does not rely on that hole. It relies on this cutout here, so it should slide in. Easier said than done. Alright, and then we'll hook up the brush hog behind it. I gotta put some grease in here, but this is a better setup for us because you could take it off if you don't need it. We don't always have the brush hog on here. Sometimes there's a plow. We also have a finish mower, cultivator. We got all kinds of we have a post hole digger that we can, several different things that we can use with this. So we won't always need this, so it'll be easy to take off. And then if we just want to put the cap on for winter, use this to plow sometimes in the winter. Cap should be in here. Well, is in there? I don't know. But yeah, so we'll go get the brush hog and hook it up and show you what's going on with this, how it works. Okay, so we got it all installed. Old brush hog. We're gonna have to lube that still. I haven't, but old man's gonna take it out, see how it works. I turned this off so nothing's gonna work right now. Let's push clutch down on.
Okay.
Okay. Now the PTO, that is the PTO, so now you can lift up the links once you start moving, I guess. So you can't lift the lift arms until you're moving, and then the PTO has to be engaged to lift the lift arms and set them down. Another reason why I don't think this is the best tractor to use, but I mean it works. But no, too high, old man. So yeah, it's on there. It'll work for higher grass. This obviously doesn't need to be cut, and it's not high enough to really make a difference in it. But this thing, it's a challenge to use if you are not if you don't use a tractor all the time. We got a newer Kubota. It's a lot easier to use. But I'm no professional. Like, I don't spend much time on these tractors. Neither does the old man. If you spend a lot of time on tractors, yeah, that's a good tractor for you. If you don't, you got to be careful. But you see how he pushed the clutch in, and that is ratcheting to a stop. It's not pushing the tractor. So that's a good deal. I'll post a link. It came from yesterday's tractors. You can hear it clicking right now, letting it spin. That came from yesterday's tractors. So if you're interested in one, I'll post a link in the description of this video. I don't know. I'm sure you'll let me know how you feel about 8Ns and all that. I like it. It is super capable tractor. I've used it for a long time. I've used it for a long time on things like plowing my driveway, scraping with a back blade, doing little jobs like plowing. For a brush hog, I don't like it. It's not the best in the world for me personally, but I guess let me know how you feel about it. Leave a comment. I'm sure you will, and I don't know, subscribe if you want to. Thanks. All right, a little smoother now, rolling right along. But like I was saying, this doesn't have the Sherman slow range transmission, so that's first gear, and at a tad bit higher than an idle. So to really get that thing working, you got to be really moving. So all right, well, here comes my kids. Thanks for watching.